Welcome to the Elimination Chamber pre-show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the AR Wrestling Podcast. This is Ryan. I'm with my co-host, as always, Alex. Yeah. And we're here to go over all of our predictions and rumors going into the Elimination Chamber PLE tonight.
I'm excited.
Same here.
Honestly, you're not going to like what I have to say about your prediction for the men's, but I don't think it's happening.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
So,
I'm repping it all the way.
I don't even know if mine's gonna happen, to be honest. I would love for mine to happen.
I don't know if yours is gonna happen either, dude. What?
Let's get it.
Ooh, let's get it.
All right.
Stacked one.
So we're gonna start with the women's elimination chamber. We got Liv Morgan versus Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss versus Bayley versus Naomi versus Roxanne Perez. And I'm picking Bayley here because let me throw some things out here. Now, you could run Liv, but I think she's going to stay tied up in the tag team championships for a little bit. Bianca, you can't do because in my eyes, she's tied up with Jade and Naomi. And then not Alexa because I think she's going to be tied up with the Wyatt Six as well. So I'm running Bayley because she did just get moved to Raw as well. But I wouldn't be surprised if they ran like a Liv Morgan or a Bianca or a Bayley type of deal because what you could really do is you could do Jade versus Naomi at WrestleMania, and then you could do Bianca versus Rhea. But I think that takes Bianca off of SmackDown, right?
Yeah, I think she's on SmackDown.
I think she's a SmackDown star, to be honest. But I have Bayley winning tonight. Who do you got, Ryan?
I've got the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. She's going at it. I've got some reasoning behind this too. I've got kind of an order of which I think that this match is going to go down. I feel like Roxanne Perez is just going to get booted out of there. Well, Bayley, honestly, and Roxanne Perez is going to be the first story that we tell in the chamber. And those two are going to more or less eliminate each other from the match. We're then going to move into part 2 in my booking where Jade Cargill returns. She literally rips the Elimination Chamber door off, and walks in there, boots Naomi in the face, which leads to Liv Morgan obviously taking advantage of that and pinning her. This leaves us with Alexa, Bianca, and Liv. I've then got Raquel. She sees this opportunity. The door's open. Why not get in there? She'll get in there. Liv and Raquel start jumping Alexa Bliss until Nikki Cross gets in there to back her up.
Ooh, that's a hot take. Okay.
Because I got at Mania and early Mania predictions going to be Liv and Raquel versus Alexa and Nikki for the tag titles.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then that only leaves Liv and Bianca, which I just said Liv is going to get into a match with Alexa. So Bianca eliminates Liv, and she goes to fight Mommy.
This is going to be interesting. I'm excited to see.
Got a couple hot takes in there.
I'm excited to see. Yeah, you had some real hot takes, honestly. But I think, like I was saying, everything with Alexa, I think she's going to be tied in with the Wyatt Six after all these weeks we've been seeing. It could be she could have a match, I say, against Nikki Cross, with Nikki Cross at WrestleMania. You could start running this after WrestleMania, but you've been kind of running this for what'll be a month now. You kind of need to do something with it. So, I mean, what do you think's really going to happen when it comes down to Alexa and the Wyatt Six?
I want at least a feud of some kind. Whether it ends with her joining them as their pseudo leader, or it ends with her like kind of going against them and her having a match with Nikki Cross and her reverting back to her old self.
The goddess?
Yeah, the goddess or Little Miss Bliss.
See, I could buy that, but my thing is, why return in the way that Lily was presented as their human form? Because Alexa, I think we can all definitely tie these now to the puppets. I mean, we always knew the puppets, like Dexter is Mercy, Huskus is Joe Gacy, Rowan is Ramblin' Rabbit, and then so on and so forth. So why couldn't we just say, hey, I mean, Alexa's really Lily? I mean, because she kind of looks like it, to be honest.
Yeah, you're
not saying wrong. She's that ugly, but like the outfit.
Yeah, I agree. That's definitely a solid one. I like that a lot with her taking on that persona. And then you could have like a little shot of like Uncle Howdy cutting a promo with all the puppets lined up behind him, which eventually turns into all the real people.
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
I would like that. But I mean, if we're really gonna see Uncle Howdy come back, you gotta kind of play it off of when Alexa left as well, because I mean, we all saw him on the screens and everything, and he was kind of tormenting her. But does he keep this up, or does he just flat out send Nikki? I mean, there's so many things you could play.
Some kind of tension there, I feel like, because I feel like I failed to mention it in our weekly review. I definitely meant to, but Alexa Bliss had a spot in the Elimination Chamber hype video where she said the words directly into the camera, "I am in control." And we saw the week previously an Uncle Howdy glitch, which led to the words, "Are you in control?" the week beforehand. So I feel like those two are definitely communicating between these vignettes, and I feel like there's some kind of butting of the heads a little bit.
It's got something, dude. I'm just excited to see all this happen, because we also do got some stuff to add for this thought on our weekly when we get the weekly done. So I'm excited to see this, because there's so much you can do with it. I just hope you play it right and don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, Alexa was more of the fantasy side because she was with Bray, and that was all your fantasy. That was your thoughts. Again, we've said it before on this podcast. Now, Bo and the Wyatt Six are your reality. This is what reality is like. This is what, I guess, I don't know how you can play it. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely more based in reality. I would hope so.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's all I have for. I mean, is there anything else you got for the women's?
Nah, not for the Elimination Chamber, but we move on to Tiffy and Trishy time, taking on the Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax, and Candice LeRae. I feel like this one's pretty simple, and I got Tiffy and Trishy time coming out on top of it.
I do too. I'm so excited to see this match because we got Trish Stratus back. I don't like that she's back. I think it's just more for a publicity stunt and why she's on Elimination Chamber. But I mean, because the last time we saw her was Royal Rumble, and before that was Royal Rumble again, I think.
Or that feud with Becky, potentially. I can't.
That feud with Becky was 2023 though.
Yeah, true. Facts.
So I don't know.
I got kind of my prediction is more or less leading to the match like itself, and it's more after the match. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of shit happen. More so, I feel like we're gonna see Nia lose her shit, and she's gonna squash both of them, Tiffy and Trish.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna lead to something along the lines of like Trish and somebody, Trish and friend, like Alita returning or something like that, to take on Nia and Candice. Or maybe it's Trish and Nia in a singles match, potentially.
Trish and Lita would go crazy.
Yeah. But more so, this is going to lead to Charlotte being able to come out, and this is the first time we're going to see her and Tiffy physically react or interact, and she's going to lock in the figure eight on Tiffy and just destroy her knee, I hope. I hope, because I love Tiffy, but like for the heat of the angle.
For the heat of the angle, yeah.
Like Charlotte comes out there and absolutely destroys her with that submission. Be pretty intense, and that would definitely add some fire into the Mania match, which we already know is going to be amazing. Which in our couple, I think last episode or something like that, I said I wanted them. We are. Fuck! I lost my train of thought. No.
You wanted something? I don't remember either. To be honest.
I wanted Charlotte and Tiffy's feud to be more so based around the fact that Tiffy walks into Mania injured from her knee.
All right, dude. I mean, I'm into this angle. I just want to see what happens with Tiffy and Candice, or not Candice. Fucking what's her name? Charlotte.
Yeah.
So, yeah. keys.
And with all that being said about that match, let's move right into one of the big segments.
I think the biggest segment of the night, to be honest.
Biggest segment, straight up. Honestly, like I've seen people say that this could be like the last segment or some shit, depending on how they lay the card out. But it is will Cody Rhodes sell his soul to The Rock?
He does not.
You don't think he does?
I don't think he does. As much as I would love to see corporate Cody, he does not sell his soul. I think Punk sells his soul.
Wow.
Because here's the thing, I've noticed a lot here recently. He keeps bringing up like God and Satan in his promos. So I'm like, who plays God right now in WWE?
Straight up.
The Rock.
Straight up.
So I kind of want to see if that's where we go with it. But I don't think Cody sells the soul. I think Punk ultimately sells the soul.
Wow. I like the idea. I've seen people say Punk. Well, people say Punk wins Chamber, right? And so at the end of this leads to like The Rock coming out. Well, no, Cody Rhodes comes out. He'll confront CM Punk, obviously, to be like, I'm the champ, you're the challenger. And then The Rock comes out to interrupt both of them.
Ooh.
And he'll be like, all right, now I want that answer now, Cody. And this is like the ending of the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're standing there, winner of the Chamber, Cody and The Rock. And he's like, I want this answer, Cody. What's it going to be? Cody's like, no, I'm not going to do it. And Rock goes, well, I had a feeling you'd say that. And Cody turns around and the winner of the Chamber just drills him with a finisher.
Which is why I could see it. Well, which is why I could see Punk joining Rock. Mm-hmm. But I don't have Punk doing that. I think he weasels his way into the main event of WrestleMania because Paul still has that favor. But who does Paul? I think we all know that Paul could be working with behind the scenes. You keep bringing this shit up. I think Paul could be working with The Rock because we haven't seen any tension between Roman and Rock yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking Punk's like, hey, I need you to talk to Rock because I want to sell my soul to him. And Rock's like, all right. They throw away everything, behind them, whatever.
Yeah.
And you go off of that, and now we learn that obviously we all see this happen tonight or whatever tonight. So I think what we'll see is, like I said, Cody not selling his soul, but I think Punk ultimately sells his soul. But I don't think he wins the Chamber because I think I like your segment where he's like, all right, Cody, I want that answer. And he goes, no, I have a feeling you'd say that. But then Punk's music hits. Punk walks out and shakes Rock's hand.
Oh, that's so much. Oh, so good. All right. That's phenomenal. What I'm going to be saying, so my idea behind this is that we're going to be getting like a segment or something like that too, where The Rock is going to come out in the middle of the show or the second to last match, and he'll be like, all right, guys, it's time, Cody. Where are you at? I want that answer. Cody Rhodes comes out, and they have this whole big hoopla, kerfuffle. Rock can repeat himself about 40,000 times again in this promo. And then before Cody gets the mic, and he's like, all right, Rock, the answer is going to be, and then a beat drops, and then a choir sings, and the tribal chief arrives.
Ooh.
Interrupts this entire meeting. No Paul Heyman in sight. He's doing this all on his own.
Solo.
No one's by his side. Roman's calling the shots. He's running the play all on his own now. Paul can even run out like a minute behind him and be like, what are you doing? I didn't even know you were going to be here.
Oh, God.
And Roman's going to be like, what the fuck is happening here? Because, like, he's the top dog. He wants, like...
Well, the big dog is dead.
I saw that.
Big dog is dead.
I've seen that. But you know what I mean? Like, he'll show up. He's like, Rock, what are you doing here trying to play this whole big chief role, all this stuff. Eventually, I just want it to lead to Roman and Rock in a match, or in some capacity, Roman and Rock in like a power struggle between their family. Maybe Rock is sending constant like people at Roman where he's fighting them off with the help of Cody at some point.
Okay.
And maybe it can lead. I
don't think you said your prediction, have you?
Roman comes out and stops it. Like we don't get an answer. We don't get an answer. We don't get an answer from Cody. Roman comes out and he stops the whole thing. So he's like, what the fuck's happening? And then eventually we can go on a couple weeks from now, or it can happen during the Chamber. I like it happening in the Chamber too. Seth Rollins could be the guy to sell his soul to The Rock. And I like potentially doing a Seth Rollins and The Rock versus Roman Reigns and Cody, kind of flip-flop from last year in like a power struggle type move. You can have Punk be the wild card in the middle of all this where he's not picking a side. Punk just fights for Punk. So he can fight Cody and Roman if he wants to, if it benefits him, or he can fight Rock and Seth if it benefits him. Okay. Sort of deal. Yeah. And he's got that whole deal with Paul that we can just leave up in the air. But that's an idea that I have out there. But the big thing I want to see is Roman come out here because I really want this to start leading towards a Rock and Roman program.
I think that's what's going to happen at WrestleMania because I also have like half of the card already rolled out for me at least, excluding championship matches.